Mark from Cedar Creek Bottoms, Farmstead Life. But a little short fireside chat. We didn't get to do a video for this weekend. Wasn't able to get up on the club. Did go to the club today, and I lost all the video again. I am very agitated about it. So I will try to go back tomorrow and redo my video again. It will probably not come out till next Friday. So we're just gonna do a little short one. We're out here right now, me and Rebecca and the dog, taking us a little cruise through the Talladega National Forest on the southern end near Sylacauga. We're on what they call Wiregrass Road. And I don't know what that was, it just flashed behind the truck. But this goes by the three watersheds. There's three watersheds in here. Pretty good little length of road here, so we're just out riding a few minutes, just to get out of the house a few minutes. Tree had fell in the road, so I saw part of it, pine tree, and it fell across the road, I guess. But there's been some sightings out here before.
Babe.
What?
Hang on. I just realized a small problem. Now go.
Did it
Audio
get it?
should be better now, guys.
Oh, okay. Anyway, there's been some sightings out here before around these watershed lakes. Of course, this road divides Holland's Wildlife Management Area. It's over here on the right. Left's Talladega National Forest. Actually, that's Talladega National Forest too, but the state leases that land from the federal government for a management area. So this is the one that goes all the way over to the hunter's camp. We're not that far from the hunter's camp, probably the way the crow flies, maybe 4 miles. Road-wise, we're a lot further off. So we're just going to take a little ride, short ride tonight. And, you never know. Night might be the night one walks across the road in front of you. Just don't never know. I doubt it, but you never know. Anyway, anything you want to talk about a minute, babe?
Yeah.
No, really?
Where everything looks different at night, though, don't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's a whole different world after dark. I thought I had a good video for today. And you know what? The bad part is I double-checked all them videos. That's what just strikes me. What in the world is going on? Is something happening, or is it that phone? You know.
Yeah, and I don't know what to tell you, because when I go, I film it with my phone.
Yeah, and it don't have no problems.
Well, and I don't know if it's my phone isn't having the problems, or if it's operator error.
Yeah. Could be. I filmed with your phone, didn't have problems with it.
True. So.
I mean, all you got's
But you don't film on mine often.
Yeah, every time I have, except for that one time when it died on me, when you had like however much battery percentage and it just died all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was like 30%.
Yeah. Yeah, but I ain't even been talking but about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I know. That was really weird, because when you said it died, I was kind of surprised.
Man, I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. Hadn't much went on in the Bigfoot world this week. I ain't really seen nothing except for Martin Grove's encounter's been on several channels this week. So Y'all go check that out. Y'all go check out all the people we support.
Oh, you're not going to talk about any of the stories out here?
Well, I can talk about one thing out here. My understanding is, now this is a second-hand story. I did not get to talk to the person who it's actually happened to. Over here at number 2 watershed, we just went by number 1, and actually we're fixing to come down to the hill where the creek feeds that watershed. My understandings, years ago, that road to get into the watersheds was a very bad road. You had to have a very good 4-wheel drive. And some kids, or teenagers, had got out there and they were playing in mud holes and what teenagers do. And they finally got down to the lake, and they went across the dam to the other side, and there's some big mud holes over in there to play in, and one of them ended up getting stuck. You can see like where they've been playing in that mud hole right there. One of them got stuck, and they backed the other truck up to it and was trying to get it out, and it wouldn't get out. It just couldn't pull it. Sound like to me they done got into that gumbo mud where it just keeps sinking down. The more you try to do something, it just gets worse. One of them decided he had to go to the restroom, and I think he stepped off in the bushes, and he was doing his thing and started hearing something breathing behind him with a nasal type sound to it. Of course, I think he freaks out and comes, flying out, where he was at. Tells the rest of them there's something over there in the bushes, and he could hear it breathing. Well, of course, I think they went to teasing him and aggravating him about it. And anyway, they kept trying to get the truck out, and about that time, another one of the guys in the group said, "What is that standing over by a tree?" And all of them looked, and they could see this tall being that was probably around 7-8 foot tall sitting there just looking at them. Of course, it scared them all half to death, and they all ended up jumping into one truck that wasn't stuck, leaving the other truck there, and took off. They came back the next day, got the truck out, and this is second hand. This was told to me by a person that was not there but heard the story and knew the people. So that's one incident that where they seen something tall standing. Also, number 2 watershed, same watershed where there's at. They talk about the green-eyed monster in that pond, and they said you can sometimes come out here at night and you'll see a green light going through the pond. I never have seen it. I've come out here on several occasions, and this is the road that goes to number 2 watershed. But we ain't gonna try to go down there at night. But now, if y'all want to hear a funny story, I'll tell you a funny story about out here. Me and Keith and my friend Larry, we'd come out here one night to coon hunt. And we're fixing to be at the place here in a minute where we turn loose and everything. We turned the dogs loose, and the dogs never did bark. They went hunting. Well, we done been sitting there about 30 minutes wondering where the dogs done got off to. And it was unusual for them dogs not done struck a coon. So I tell Larry and Keith, I said, y'all stay right here. I'm gonna get in the truck. We carry 2 vehicles. I'm gonna go back up the road a piece and get up on, there's a kind of in here where I'm at now. It's kind of up higher. So I'm gonna get up there where I can kind of hear. And I said, Larry said, well, I'll blow the bullhorn here in a minute. So I said, well, give me time to get over yonder. That way, if one of them answers back, I might be able to hear from this ridge. And he said, okay, I will. So I leave them, drive back over this way, kind of where I'm at now in this general area. I can't remember exactly where I stopped because that's been many years ago. And I get out, and I'm standing there, and I hear Larry blow that horn. And I don't know if any of you's ever heard a bullhorn in the woods at night. It puts out an eerie sound. I mean, it's kind of got a little wicked sound to it. Well, Larry he no longer had got, probably pulled the thing down from his mouth. I hear bam, bam, 2 car doors shut. And you have to remember, when you're up on top of a hill, you can hear stuff a long ways, especially in the wintertime. And then I hear a car crank up, and I hear this car just tearing out. You could tell he was throwing gravel and gunning the car, and then I hear him turn on the road I'm on, coming toward me. And I can tell this car is moving on. I can hear it. I said, you know, I'm fixing to get ready to jump my truck, put it offside the road. Well, there happened to be a cut-through road that carries you back out to the highway, and they turned on it. And I could hear them just flying through the woods until they got out of hearing. And I was thinking to myself, where was wrong with them folks? Anyway, I ain't heard the dog say nothing. So drive back, and I meet Larry and them. They done pulled up on top of another hill, and where that car come from was another little boat ramp and a little camping place. And they had heard the vehicle too come flying out of there. So we decided to ride down to the campground. So we go down this hill, we get down there, and there's a tent with a fire going with 2 big old hound dogs sitting there eating their weenies out of their cooler. We got to laughing because we think we know what took place. We think them dogs was running around in the woods, probably around where them people were camping, and they were probably hearing them dogs, didn't know what they were. And then that big bullhorn went off. Probably heard all these vehicles, us moving around in here, probably scared the daylights out of them.
They packed up, left it all
And
behind.
they left the tent. They had a nice fire going, left their chairs. I mean, they left everything, the cooler. But it was funny when we pulled up and the 2 hound dogs were sitting there eating weenies. They was helping themselves.
No wonder they weren't hunting.
Yeah, so that's one of those funny stories. Every now and then you have one to tell. And I mean, it's truthful. It actually happened. We horse laughed about it for 30 minutes. I don't know if people came back at night or they waited and came back at daylight. I don't know. We did put their fire out on the safe side where it wouldn't burn down the forest. You know, we did kind of pour some water on it to keep it, you know. And so I don't know. That is just, and we was out here for another couple of hours and never heard them come back. So they probably didn't come back to daylight.
Until daylight.
Yeah. But I thought that'd be funny to tell. I can imagine what went through them people's mines when they was probably hearing them dogs running around in the woods, and then a bullhorn going off and vehicles going up and down the road. They probably got shook up and didn't know what was going on. So, in fact, here comes that little shortcut road they turned on. But in fact, I think we're gonna go out it too, instead of going all the way through yonder. That's a long piece through there. We just wanted to do a short ride. I know Rebecca's tired from working today, so and you can imagine trying to fly on these roads with all these curves and ripples in the road. I bet they had a time when they was leaving out of here. There's been a couple of sightings off over here on 148, which is the state highway. Some of those were back in the 80s and 90s. I think Jonathan Odom got a couple of calls about some sightings further up toward the Rocky Mountain Church area. He worked those. I don't really know all the specifics to them. I just know this is a place that's active. I don't know if they stay down in here or they go up on the mountain, or or this is a place they make their their little travel path. I really don't know. Of course, right over the mountain here on the other side where the Hollins Hunters Camp is, very active. Not far from here on top of Rebecca Mountain, there's been some sightings up there, and also a lot of vocals have been heard from up in that section. So we will do a video from up there one day, and may even go up there one night and see if we got cell service. That might be a place we could do a live from. Might could go up there and sit up on top of the mountain. Excuse me. So that's just some of the things I know from out here. I never did work this area real strong because just a lot of it I was hearing secondhand from this out in here. Now the stuff I have experienced has been over the mountain, over toward the Hollins Hunters Camp and back in there toward what's called Midway Hunting Club is where I experienced some of my stuff. I've been out here a lot of times at night and never really seen anything myself out here. So I can't really, say I've had a lot of activity here, but I know it's here just by hearing what other people say. So it is hard to come out here and research when you got Creepy Mountain almost in your backyard. So, well, babe, I guess we'll get ready to cut off here. And so, everybody, I hate this is a little short one. Hopefully by next Friday I'll have one back from Creepy Mountain.
Yeah, me going to work is really putting a dent in some of our videos.
Yeah, I know you didn't get your Monday one out either.
Well, that's because daylight hours, basically. Yeah. There's not a lot that I'm actually doing to do a homestead video on right now other than working.
I might do one on the tractor or something tomorrow, or Monday or something. So you might do something on the farm all or something. A little short one or something. Anyway, well, y'all remember everybody we support. Chris Reinhardt would discover Sasquatch. Spencer and Misty with Woods Walkers. Lauren with Night Callers. Kyle with Encrypted Connections. Mr. Barton Nunley with Inhumanoids, and Hellbit and Holler, and the Beast guys. I think they're fixing to start back up, so that'll be good to see them get started back up. and Jonathan Odom with Alabama Bigfoot Paranormal. And y'all remember he's got an outing coming up March 11th and 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that.
Something like that.
Whatever that Friday and Saturday is, down at the Hollins Hunters Camp.
Like it was last time.
Just like it was last time. So remember, it's primitive. No bathrooms, no nothing. It'll be back down there. And anybody's welcome to come. It'll be primitive camping. It's a good active place. And it's the place where a hunter was supposedly killed by something. So
a hunter was killed, supposedly dismembered, and supposedly by Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well,
the hunter was killed.
Yeah. Just don't really know what killed him.
Or the dismembering part.
Yeah. His gun was found with him. Not fired. He wasn't far from his tree stand. They said I think also his body was twisted some, what I remember correctly. So, but hey, this is if y'all ever want to come, this is a good place you could come. If you don't have a place to research, you could come out here and ride some of these roads and check out some of these lakes. Come out here and sit around or walk around. It's beautiful woods. So it'd be a good place if you don't have a place to research. It's always great to have private land if you can. Then you can take some of that human activity out of it. But anyway, give us a like, subscribe, share, comment, hit that notification button. And thank you for everybody that's our new subscribers and of course our older subscribers. And thank you for coming and enjoying our lives with us on Wednesday night when we talk about our
talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Yeah. So I don't know what subject we're going to talk about this coming up Wednesday.
No, I hadn't even thought about it.
Alright, well, we'll have to make a little tag later on in the week.
Might have to do seed starting because it's about that time.
Yeah, seed starting, and we can talk about different seeds or something, maybe. We'll see. Alright, y'all. Remember what I always said. Love one another and get along. This is Mark from Cedar Creek Bottoms Farmstead Life with another fireside chat. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.